Hi there, my name is Dr. Cindy Schreiber, and I have a wonderful lecture today for you, and all thoughts are going through my head at the same time. And I don't know if you're like me, but when you get ready to lecture or do anything, you're like, oh my God, am I prepared? Am I prepared? And all I can say about this lecture is I got it in the night. I've been listening to this monk for a few years. Um, his name is Hyung Yi. Hyung Yi. And I'll tell you what, he is very powerful. They just put a picture of him up there and then he starts speaking. But I've been listening to him for a while and I have given some lectures. One of his thing was on drive instead of motivation, because motivation waxes and wands. But when you have drive, you get the job done like the Marines. Anyways, because I'm going through a lot, all of my lectures pertain to me. Every client I deal with comes back to me. And the funny part is when you're trained in counseling, they say, remove yourself. It's all about them, but it really isn't. It really isn't. Any therapist will tell you they get something out of every single session. Matter of fact, when you get a healing, we get a healing. And a lot of us are empaths. We suck in the energy more than others. So if you're feeling down, we're down 100 times too. So I don't know why I'm saying this. Nothing really matters at this point. But because there's such a divide in my life and a divide in the world, and I went through some betrayals this weekend, and at 71, shit hits the fan, the rubber meets the road. There's no more excuses. There's no more, well, I can do this in a few years, or oh, this date didn't go right. So you know what? I'll just quit dating for a couple years. At 71, I tell people I'm fast and I'm furious. And if you can't keep up, then get out of the way, because I don't have time anymore. And yeah, I'm hurting. Yes, I was betrayed. Yes, I just buried, well, through Steve and his departed wife who had died before him, and we saved her ashes, and I kept his ashes. He passed away June 12th, and I kept them, and I couldn't even do anything, a ceremony or anything, because I couldn't let go. And yesterday I sent Steve and Trish off to Rock and Roll Haven, which is exactly where he went when he passed, straight there. But I feel him here a lot because I think you can time travel when you pass. But they always loved Catalina. So I am unconventional on every level. And this person who betrayed me is such a dear friend. And he was going on jet skis to Catalina. And that was Steve and Trish's favorite place to go camp. And I told him I would throw his ashes there or somewhere awesome. And we live with my daughter. I live with my daughter right now, and she lives right by the Whiskey A Go Go where he has taken me, and I've been too many times. And I'm just a rock and roll girl, a therapist, mother, um, grandma, wonderful person. And I am still working on myself. And at 71, I finally figured it out. It took a painful, painful summer of grieving for Stevie, which that's why I didn't want him to pass away, but I almost kept him alive too long. He hung on. He hung on. He had cirrhosis of the liver. His wife had passed from cirrhosis of the liver. And I'm telling you, drinking and drugs. Now I'm watching my son, my grandkids, the addictions. The beat goes on, but it stepped up a bit. So I work with my mind body ways, and I have found the key to suffering. I have found it through this monk, and I wanted to share this with you. This is a metaphysical prayer and for abundance. Okay, so, and this, I wrote these notes at 3 a.m. So I just couldn't wait to get here and talk to you about this. So the mind is a trap, you see. When you're stressed, you're anxious, you're thinking about yesterday, the things you've lost, your doctor's appointments, your mind blanked. Okay, this is what happened to me yesterday. I had my daughter drop me off at the doctor's, the new one, And my mind is in such a fog right now. And she dropped me off on the corner. And of course, my phone wasn't charged. Or was it? I can't remember. Anyways, it was the wrong corner and I couldn't remember. So I went back to the hospital where I used to take Steve. And I said, "Where's the geriatrics unit?" But there's nobody to talk to. So there's all these things on the wall. And I couldn't get it. And I walked and walked down Robertson. And then I finally just said, "Fuck it. Have you ever done that?" And just started walking home slowly. Because I said, Steve is being. Okay, I didn't tell you about this. My friend who I forgave, he was going to take jet skis to Catalina. And I said to him, "Can you take Steve? Can you take Trish? And can you throw them together out there? Just throw them together in Catalina. Because you got to let go. You have to let go." And I let them both go. And I was so happy they got to go together. Because she looked on us. I was with him 13 years after Trish passed. And I met that rock and roll guy with his 9 guitars all stacked up. And he was so cute. And we got high, smoked some weed, some really crappy weed he had. Paid $99 for it. It was underneath his chair. It was so old and dried out. I just had to laugh. But the times we had, he was the person. Have you ever met somebody and they take you at the Rolling Stones? He put on that song. I never left. 13 years until he passed. And I came over here. The Band-Aid was ripped off. Because I always said, as long as we have each other, we went through the pandemic. We went through my son's addiction. We went through her ex-husband who came to live with me for a year. We went through it all, and we laughed and we carried on because he was a rocker and we're liberal, and we laughed at the politics. He made me laugh at everything. And then the liver started going the last few years. A couple of overdoses, accidental overdoses, things that you just couldn't imagine. But that's life. Everybody has one, right? So anyways, guy, I didn't think all this was going to come out. But hey, here we go. Here we are. It's the mind a trap, right? So I'm walking. I walked all the fucking way home from Cedar Sinai to the Hollywood Hills. It took about an hour. I walked slow and I walked by and I thought and I walked and I enjoyed the beauty and I breathed. It was beautiful and calm. And I just kept walking. I got to the Hollywood Park. And they have this beautiful, these pictures. And I just noticed how present I was with the fucking moment. I said, I don't care. I missed the doctor's appointment. You know what? Reschedule. Just calm the hell down, girl. And I realized I've been rushing my entire life. And you get to be 71, you can't hide from it anymore. Rushing for what, people? I rushed my whole life. And I'm running in circles. Have you ever ran in circles? I'm sorry, it's real. I'm not one of those people that gets on Facebook and paints this beautiful picture. I'm trying. Okay, so desperation, the mind's frequency. You can't attract abundance when you're like this, people. And it's been one thing after another. Like you go to the doctors. I can't even get to the fucking doctors. And I'm Dr. Cindy. But the point is, when I calmed down, and I got this at 3 a.m. off of this monk, it hit me and it healed me. Because I realized, look, people will always hurt you. They'll never measure up, blah, blah. And I have attracted all this, okay? Crumbs. I've attracted crumbs because I've been so desperate to just feel better and to just have everything I need, my career, my people, my casual dating, my friends, my son off drugs, my daughter not a Republican. You could answer this. And here her boyfriend, the Proud Boy. It's a long story. It's another session, but he gave me roses for Mother's Day. And I was like, here we go. But you know what? All this got me to be still. Now listen to this prayer. This is what I want to tell you. I hope you can relate to me, because this is better than Judge Judy. This is better than paternity court. Here's Dr. Cindy crying her eyes out, being a real person, okay? So I was getting crumbs, okay? But you know, when you're grieving, you often feel like that. So I was sad because of Steve and Trish, but it was also a relief, suffering, the relief, the mask, because I took care of him. If he had to eat the last 2 years, I had to feed him. If he had to go to the bathroom, I had to help him, and I didn't mind. And I'm so tiny, and I would lift him up in the bed 5 times a day. He stayed at home until the very end, and then he passed away at home in the end. And I flipped my lid. I just couldn't deal. But anyways, here's the prayer, okay? Here's what you have to think, okay? Before you start the prayer, you have to think, I am valuable. I'm worthy of love. I'm free from anxiety. I've been broadcasting lack. And what does the universe give you back? It's what you broadcast, your frequency. Everything's on frequency. It's not even on thoughts, it's feelings. And if you feel I'm not enough, the universe gives you not enough. You feel like I have everything. I'm abundant. I'm blessed. It starts coming to you. Okay. Every day, the universe reflects back to you what you are. Oh, God, that hit me. Hit me so fucking bad. What are you, Cindy? Well, the last month I started getting up. I went over here to the John Lennon Park where he did the statue of the peace sign. I took my picture. I started playing basketball with the kids. And the first time I played, I had a out of my mind body experience because I hadn't hit a ball or done anything for 20 years. So I was hitting the ball and I go, oh my God, and now I can actually make a few baskets. Believe it or not, I got back in touch. So here we go. Every day the universe reflects back. How would you feel if you already had it? Now here's the secret to manifesting the abundance in this prayer. The house, the car, the job, the relationships. As soon as you think you have it, you'll walk down that sidewalk and you'll start connecting with strangers. I did it. Peace, security. This is the prayer you want to become. Peace and security. Well, this is what I wrote. You can add yours to it. But I want peace, calm, knowing, frequency of abundance. So I have to use this feeling frequently. I have to pretend as if I'm already loved with that perfect lover, that perfect food I eat every day, that perfect environment, that perfect job. And right before I did this recording, look behind me at this curtain back here where it broke and fell. And I go, I try, and I try. Look at the light coming in. I try so hard. And then I just, no. So from the inside out, okay, consistency, the transformations, okay. No, I can't put positive money while believing that I'm not worthy of it. And we're all saying the economy, the price of gas, and I'm very guilty of doing that. The price of gas and this and that. And so what we have to do is plant these seeds in abundance, not in concrete. And when they said that, it stabbed me right in the heart. The judging, the self-willed ran riots, the I'm right, you Republicans are wrong, F you, universe, why'd you take my rocker boyfriend? Everything you're mad about, okay? And then I realized, oh my God, I'm alive, I'm still here, and I'm me, okay? So what we have to do, instead of broadcasting what we hate, like I am old, which I've been doing lately, you have to say I'm wise, I'm well preserved. Instead of saying I'm tired, I want peace, okay? I am hurt. I want understanding. I am used up. I can set boundaries. I'm incapable of the simplest task. Now, that's how I felt yesterday when I got to the doctor's and I couldn't fucking find it. But I noticed I was relaxing and talking to people on the way and just decided, fuck it. And today I rescheduled and I feel great. Yeah, I have to wait 5 weeks, but who cares? I eat good. I'm in a happy state of mind and my weight's good and everything. So I have to start broadcasting health and signal into the world. The world responds to what we signal to with perfect accuracy. Okay, so here we go. Politics. I've been broadcasting for 15 years since Hillary got the first one stolen by the Russians. And anyways, so fear. It says you fear things more into being, the more you're afraid of them, you're broadcasting the lack. So in this prayer, what you want to broadcast, excuse me, with all this crying here, broadcasting, instead of doing the unworthiness, it isn't punishment, it isn't karma, it isn't physics, what he says, how energy works. It's how energy works. Like if you broadcast negativity, it comes back. You're a mirror. Unfortunately, we're mirrors. Okay? Be honest, painfully. What are you broadcasting? I'm asking you. Okay? If you don't like what your mirror is reflecting, you look at yourself, you have to change your internal state. Okay, everybody's doing all these makeovers and all this from the outside, and I've done it all. I'm a cosmetologist from years ago. Now, you can't change the internal by trying to believe. Like if I only had somebody, we all do this. If I just had more money, I'd feel more abundant. If I just had more sex, I'd feel more satisfied. And on and on. If I just had a relationship, I'd feel more loved. You have to feel it first within yourself. This maker that's shining through here right now, and I have the angel Metatron over here, which is my highest good, my be still posters and all that. You can fake it till you make it, but I hope this is helping you, because this prayer, when you pray it, okay, you have to embody the secrecy. The secret is to embody the frequency. There you go. And you don't pray for things to change. You align yourself. That's the new thing in 2026. And it's coming to that. I'm sorry, my hands might look dirty. I've been working in the yard. That's what I do. It's very healthy. Embody the first frequency. Now, this is the secrets that the monks understood. They used to meditate for hours to get into the frequency of abundance, because when you're in that frequency, you can draw it to you. And that's what we're going to do, okay? We're going to hang on, okay? We're going to draw this to us. And let's see, the last part of this I had to write on this other page right here, and it's the third part of the prayer. It's gratitude. Just find one thing you're grateful for right now. One thing, it could be just your breath. Be something in the room. What did I write down? Let's see, did I write anything down? So it's in your state of being, okay? So this will help you. Your metaphysical prayer is just done on frequency. Everybody take a deep breath and just relax your mind. That's right. Just relax yourself. With this beautiful light coming in the mess of this world, what I did was I brought my son's picture in here, who he's very talented, and he just made this picture. So I brought it in here, and since the light's coming in, we'll put it up here to show it a little bit more. I gotta hang it yet, but I just wanted it in this room somewhere at some point. But it's this, there you go. And his business is drip music and clothing. Matthew Dillon Schreiber. Anyways, I love you all, and I feel like so good now. I feel like I'm finally healed, and I can make my recordings again and be what I am to be. All this talking about I am woman, I am this, I am that in my 60s and the 70s, and they kick my ass, but you also calm down and get into the knowing. And I love you, and I hope you got something from this, and I will talk to you next time, because just remember this in the prayer for abundance. And this is what Mario Di Ferrari told me. I am your spiritual guide into consciousness. And that there's an energy like electricity. You can't see it. And it's in you like this light that's coming through the window. It's this energy. And it's love. It's love. And this darkness we see in the world, we have darkness in us. We have to clear our own out. And when we clear our own out, we quit judging. And then the darkness goes away in others. When we stop pointing the finger at the other side, even in politics. So I love you. It's not easy here on this planet Earth, but oh, how exciting that we're spiritual beings as humans here for love. I love you. And through suffering, there's beauty. The suffering, like the Buddhists say, suffering's a part of it. There's impermanence. When I had to let go of Steve yesterday and Trish, there's a feeling of freedom now. He's in the ocean. You know, he's at the Catalina sand in the ocean. Freedom. I love you, and I'll talk to you all later. Namaste.